welcome for the second time, and hopefully the real time, from the Harrogate Quit Show at the Great Yorkshire Showground near Harrogate. And we're here today and for the next 2 days with some of our machines and a few products as well. I'm just going to show you around just a little bit here and introduce you to our team. Liz has been travelling around doing installations and various other servicing and training things today, so you've got me in front of the camera, but not for long. So I'm going to turn this around in a moment if I can see how to do that. Helen and Jeff in Northumberland, you're not far away. Helen and Jeff, are you going to come down and see us? Right, how do I turn this? There we go. Right, so let's turn this around. Here's our stand. And working with me this weekend we have Carol. You'll be seeing more of Carol in a moment. Carol has the Moxie with Pro-Stitcher Lite, and Graham in the background here. Graham, this is his sort of patch really up in Yorkshire, and he has the Amara 20 with Pro-Stitcher. So here's our stand. We've got the Moxie. I'll be looking at that in a moment. We've actually got it set up on a 4-foot loft frame today. I'm glad that we seem to be making communication, so hello to those of you who are watching already. Rachel, I owe you a phone call. It's gone a bit quiet here at the show now, so I'll give you a call after we've finished here. So we have the Amara ST, the new stationary Amara, for you to try on the lovely lift table, which is really good. Liz was installing one of those in West Yorkshire yesterday. We haven't brought a lot of product with us today. It's quite hard on a small show, but we've got some of our lovely glide threads here in some of the popular colours, as well as pants. The new glide shade card, if you haven't got one yet, we've got a few still left in stock, with all of the almost 400 colours of glide threads. Here are some of the 1,000-metre ones, and proving popular because of course glide is very good on domestic machines as well. These double cone thread holders enable you to use the large economical 5,000-metre cones even with your domestic machine. And over here some of our glide thread collections and pants and stencils. So that's it. But obviously the focus at a show like this for us is to sell machines. It's quite a logistics exercise to bring the machines here and to set them up and to take them all back again. So we need to sell machines, and I'm pleased to say we've sold several today. So thank you to those of you who have come along and enjoyed trying out machines and buying them, and we'll be in touch very soon with your delivery dates. So you'll have seen these quilts before. We've got Linda's quilt on the left and Liz is in the middle. So actually Liz never talked about her own quilt, but we've had various people who have really enjoyed looking at this today. So this is one of the Dream Big panels, which has been stitched in different colours, free motion on the Amara 20 by Liz, and it's very effective. And of course, last but not least, this is Carol's quilt, which is also a great draw, particularly when we tell people that Carol's on the stand. Go and talk to her about how she did it. So, yes, Helen, we do indeed sell the glide threads in 1,000-metre spools as well. We stock every single colour in the smaller spools. They work really well on domestic machines. We've got some of them here, but an absolutely beautiful range of colours that Glide has. So you don't have to use the large 5,000-metre spools. You can get everything in the 1,000 metres, and we've pre-packaged some of those into packs of 9 popular colours. This is a nice one. This is a sort of fairly neutrally set. This one's called Bridesmaid. And you get 20% off if you buy that pack of 9 pre-selected colours. So zooming around, try not to make you feel too sick at the same time. We've got a little demo table there for demonstrating the pants and the stencils. And here we have the Amara 20 with Pro-Stitcher Very, very nice machine. My favourite, as you'll have heard me here. We've got Simply 16 as well. So we've got 4 machines here: Amara ST, Amara 20, Simply 16 and Moxie. And we have special offers on all of those machines. We have managed to extend the offers that we had at Festival of Quilts, thanks to support from Handi Quilter, for this show. But these offers are coming to an end after this show. So if you're nearby, you're thinking of coming to the show, come and try one. And if you put a deposit down in the next 2 weeks, then we can honour those special offers. So we look forward to seeing you in the next couple of days. We've had a really busy day today. And I'm hoping to see lots more of you in the next couple of days. So what I thought we'd do today is come and speak to Carol in a bit more detail. Now, Carol, who has made that quilt that I was just featuring, you've seen her quilt on many, many occasions, but very rarely have you seen Carol herself. So Carol's a customer of ours, but we ask her to come and help us out at shows like this, and she's an absolute whiz at selling these machines to customers. Despite the fact that we ask her, like all of our demonstrators, we don't really want you to sell, we just want you to be enthusiastic and tell people about our machines. And Carol's got a particular way about her, which seems to work incredibly well. So I thought we'd get Carol just to take you through how she approaches doing an edge-to-edge design on her Pro-Stitcher Lite. So Carol started with the Moxie with a 10-foot loft frame, and she subsequently added the Pro-Stitcher Lite and loves it, I think.
I do, definitely.
So for those of you who haven't met Carol before, she's from the very far northeast of England in County Durham. They've got a lovely soft accent, but I'm wondering if we get any comments from some of our international viewers to see if they see how they get on. But it's not the most difficult of accents in the UK. And here we go. So I'm going to hand you over to Carol, and she's just going to talk you through how she would approach doing an edge-to-edge design for her Pro-Stitcher Lite, just as she would demonstrate it to somebody who would come to the show today. So, Carol, take it away.
Okay, first of all, with the Pro-Stitcher Lite, you have to set up a frame space. So, as I say, if you take the machine over to the left-hand side, area, frame space, and then you hit the 2 corner button at that end and you hear a ding. Then take your machine right over to the other end and hit the 2 corner again, and that sets your frame space on your machine. So that is the area that you're able to quilt in. So now you need to set an area which is slightly smaller than the top edge of your frame space. So if you move your machine over to the side where you want your quilt to start and press 2 corner, and then come to the bottom of your quilt over here and set it to 2 corner again. The pink area shows you the area of quilt space that you've put in, but you're not going to do a quilt space that's only 10 inches deep. So you need to go to area, and then it's telling me my quilt area is 28.55 and the height of it is only 9.42. I need to change that, so if you click on the box here and it'll bring up a box for you, and then you can say like 40 inches. So click 40 and press enter, and that changes your quilting space.
So you're deciding, you're telling it in advance how long your quilt is, so
yes,
that you can expand your design across the whole of the quilt.
Yes, I am, yes, yeah, definitely. Except it's changed that area as well. I'll have to leave it at that.
Okay.
Because it's changing, I think it's, right, let's see.
Yeah, so the first step is to tell it what your quilting area is. The second step is to tell it how big your quilt is.
Quilt is, yeah. So then if you go to, well, you've got your quilt area. If you press File, Design, and then you pick a design. So if you open and it's got continuous lines. I normally press, we'll say a Baptist fan, and then press open, and that'll bring your Baptist fan in to your throat space. If you want it smaller, you can do modify, resize, and if you press the lock button, it'll lock the size of the fan, if the Baptist fan. Take it down or up, whichever you want. And then if you go to modify, repeat. Now you want to either fill it, so if you press the fill button, it'll fill the area with the Baptist fan. And then if you want to take it more than the area, you can press the horizontal or vertical, and it'll fill in the area, because you're not just going to have a quilt space that is that really, and you need to fill the outside. So if you press horizontal and you press the plus button on that, which will take it, so that's outside of my quilt space, which is the pink area. So now you want to crop it to fit into your area. So if you press modify, crop, and you need to crop the outside edges. So you press outside and then edges, and then that'll lock all your edges. So that is your quilt space done. Are you?
Look at that. Okay, and then you're ready to go.
And then you're ready to go, so you're then ready to tell it to quilt.
So how easy or difficult did you find it to pick up Pro-Stitcher Lite, Carol?
Very, very easy. I'm not a computer whiz. I have used computers, but not really as an extent I would. I have been retired 7 years now, so I haven't really used a computer then at home. But I thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, now clearly we've seen from your quilt that we have on display here that you're very good on the free motion side of quilting as well. Why did you decide to add the computerized system? Because lots of potential customers assume that the only people that buy the computer are those people that are going to do quilts for others.
I don't do quilts for others, I just do it as a hobby myself. But I thought it was an extra way. You could do a design, and then you could fill in the design. You could do the Pro-Stitcher Lite design and then fill it in with free motion. So the sky's the limit as to what you want to do.
Yes, so it's actually quite intuitive, isn't it? There are a few basic things you need to learn at the outset, but it's you didn't find it too complex.
No, not at all. There is a learning curve to it, but it's not difficult at all.
And what learning resources did you use when you were starting off with Pro-Stitcher Lite?
Mainly on YouTube and watching Liz on the Friday, and all the free motion videos online. On the Pro-Stitcher on the Handi Quilter on a Tuesday night as well. Do watch and learn. So you can pick up tips from anybody.
Yeah, there's a huge amount of resources on the handiquilter.com website, so that's the US parent company site. Education is a big thing for Handi Quilter, so there's such a massive amount of information there. Okay, Carol, thanks for that quick demo. So really the last step now for you would be to just press quilt.
It's quilt, yeah.
And away you go.
Yeah.
Great, thank you for that.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm not going to spend too much more time with you today. We've got a couple of people looking at our glide threads over here, so I might need to go and serve them. I look forward to a few of you more coming to see us. Rachel, by the way, Rachel asks, Carol, did you have a previous long arm before you had the Moxie?
No.
What were you quilting on before?
I quilt on a Banana 750, the largest throat space.
Yeah. Okay, so this is your first long arm.
And I did not try it before I bought it.
No, you just bought it straight, having seen it online. Yeah, you're not alone with that at all.
Yeah, and have not regretted it in the least.
Perfect. Now you see why she's such a good salesperson, don't you, hey? Because she's so enthusiastic and very talented too. So, right, I think we're nearly done for today. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of you. I see that Anne, you're coming tomorrow. I know a number of other people are coming tomorrow as well. So listen, we love doing shows. It's just the setting up and the breaking down that isn't so much fun, but we love seeing people at shows. We're very enthusiastic about the machines, and you know what emphasis we place on supporting you afterwards. So we look forward to seeing more potential customers in the next couple of days and explaining what these machines can do. Thanks for signing in and bearing with me with the technical issues at the start, but enjoy the rest of your day, and as Liz says, happy quilting.